Hello. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday afternoon. The sun is shining. No, it's not. But it's at least daylight, right? And the snow's all gone because it rained all day, all night, last night, and melted it. So the snow's all gone. Now we have mud puddles everywhere. I drove up to get the Sunday paper at the end of the lane. I didn't walk. And there, from the back door to the car, which is, 20 feet, there was one slightly higher path I could take and not get my shoes wet. They got damp, but they didn't hit actually standing water, right? And behind the car is just a duck pond. It's the way it happens in the wintertime because the ground doesn't drain as well because of the being partially frozen or too cold or whatever. So there's water everywhere and not a good day to be out unless you're a duck or a cat. My cat really doesn't mind any weather, and he went out in the rain and he comes in and then he wants us to dry him, and he jumps in his laps, and he went to my husband first this morning, and my husband's like, "You're soaking wet, I don't want to dry you out," but he jumps up in my lap, and I've got a blanket over my knees, and I just kind of wipe him off a little bit. He's good to go. He doesn't mind the weather. So anyway, I have fiber from the exchange. There were 4 people in our group. I was one of the 4, so therefore I sent fiber to 3 people, and 3 people sent fiber to me. And we're going to start with tuna basil fiber today. And I just was sitting here right before I went on playing with the little thing that she put in here. I'm going to show you it all put together first. It's called Cat and Coffee, and it is laying on a computer. Okay, it's adorable. It's made out of wood. You punch it. It was, pre-die cut. You punch it out, put it together, and I'm going to show you that little process after I go to the other camera. I'll take it apart and put it back together for you. It's so cute. I love it. All right, I did not even make my notes here. Today is the 9th, and it's Sunday afternoon, and we are fiber from Tuna Basil. I noticed Mass Bandit was streaming this morning, and she was having trouble with Twitch, so I don't know. I haven't done any test runs or anything. I don't know what's going to happen. Same as I always say, if I disappear, I'll either be back or I've decided I've had enough, and I won't be. I have fiber on my lip. Sorry about that. All right. Let's go to my table here, which has fiber on it. Has a place that I was going to make notes, which I will get rid of. This is 4 of the 8 fibers that Tuna Basil sent me. But here is the little puzzle. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. I have fuzz up my nose. Base. And it took me a little bit to figure out, you put the cat on the keyboard and then you put the keyboard on the base. And you put the monitor screen and a little slot where it's, whoops. Alright. Go down into the hole to hold you in place. There we go. Holds it in place. And of course, you have your cup of coffee. So there's no work to be done on the computer, because the cat has said, I claim the computer. This is going to go on my desk, of course. This is just adorable. I loved it. Thank you, Tuna Basil. It's things like that that are surprises that just really make it right. I should have told you this while I still had the big screen on, but in the process of unpacking these 3 and the advent calendar, in the advent calendar, there was a little package for every day, and there was something in that package, and I, instead of just taking each day and putting it up, I got one of the bags and I was throwing it in there with brown paper bag, right? And I just threw everything in there. And yesterday it was all done, and I decided, okay, it's time to sort this all out, and I dumped it on the dining room table, and I took a picture of it later. I took a picture of it on my phone and sent it as a text to my daughter, and I said, I feel like I just went through adult trick-or-treating because it was like this heap of stuff, right? Like you've just gone out and knocked door to door, but it's the right kind of trick-or-treating, because it was tea, it was adult candy, it was knitting notions, right? And it came in a box of fiber. Best trick-or-treating ever, right? Best trick-or-treating ever. Hang on, I'm going back to the full face because I want to talk a little bit. Not that one. This is for those of you who watch this video on demand, maybe because you see the title. Because the title states that I'm going to be talking about, or at least the description of the video describes I'm going to be talking about fractal cable yarn and spinning it. And what had happened was a couple weeks ago I was Googling something and I came up with this as a hit. Right, it wasn't what I was looking for, but this popped up as a video of somebody showing how to do a fractal cable yarn. And I thought, oh, I need to do that. I need to do that. Well, then I got to looking at my Ravelry, and I've already done it. I have a skein of yarn that is a fractal cabled yarn. I probably did it and talked about it on a podcast, and it's probably out there on the list of podcasts. Kind of forgot that, but that's okay because I still want to do it again, and I decided that maybe it might be fun to try it with the fiber that I got, not from the Advent calendar, but from the different exchange partners, because it takes 4 different colors. I mean, you need 4, well, as compatible as you want colors. And some of that is part of the decision process. And sometimes it's just fun to be surprised, because visually, when you put the 4 colors together in a cabled yarn, it's kind of almost like weaving. It's like braiding with one extra strand. You know how you would make those lanterns things, the key things that were braided with plastic in camp? It's kind of like that, okay? Not really, because that truly was an over-under braiding kind of thing. This is done by plying. So I thought, okay, I'm going to do it, and it takes a little bit of thought and preliminary process. And I pulled 4 fibers out today. I don't know if it's going to work. I have to weigh the fiber and determine if I have enough to do the splitting up that it needs. And I have to then plan which way each single gets spun and then plied. Okay, and I'll be talking about it as I go. But if you want the bottom line right now, you spin 4 separate singles, and the first one you spin the way you want your final yarn, and that's Z for me. That's to the left. All right, you spin 2Z and ply at S. You spin 2Z and ply at S over plying. Okay, over plying in both cases. And then you take that 2 ply and this 2 ply and you ply at Z. Okay, so you make your single Z, you make your first ply for 2 ply S, and you over ply, and then you reply the 2 ply to the 2 ply to make a 4 ply, using that little bit of extra over ply, right, to help it kind of form that square, right, to help it settle in and form that square. So that is it in a nutshell. And it really isn't that bad, except that you got to keep track where you are. You got to think about what you're doing, right? And you need 4 colors that you think are going to look good when you braid them up that way. I don't know if I picked that. I don't know if I have enough. We're going to start with just determining whether the fibers I've pulled will work for a fractal cable spinning yarn. And the other thing I have to tell you all about is how you get the fractal part. Okay, I've told you how to get the cable yarn. That was spinning the singles, plying the 2 plies, and then spinning the singles, plying them each a 2 ply, ply those 2 ply. That makes your cabled yarn. Your fractal is how you divide the colors. And since I said you have 4 colors, you take your first group, all your colors one time in a row. Your second that you spin, your second single that you spin, is the colors in progression repeated once. So you have 2 sets. 3 sets for the third and 4 sets for the fourth. So you can see that the colors are intentionally not lining up. In fact, they are like almost in a dash, 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 right? If you follow a color down that cabled yarn, you can see that dash right? That dash of color. Hi, Kay. You just came in on the end of the lecture. Have you ever spun a fractal spin? Do you know what that means? That's what we're going to see if I can figure it out. I know what it is. I'm going to see if the yarn that I pulled is enough that it'll make at least a mini skein. I'm not all about getting a whole bunch of yarn. I'm just hoping to get some as a fractal cable spin. All right, let me go to my table here. I have my scale. This is the group of colors. We have caramel latte. We have end of October. We have hydrangea. And we have Isle of Lesbos. All right. I thought they looked pretty good together. You can see well, you can't tell. This is a nice tan brown color, and this has tan brown in it, right? I thought those did well together. These look like they clash because it looks green on there, but this is actually a very deep gray. And I know that these three work really, really well. I am putting this one in as a pop of color, right? Now, one of the things that's a problem with this one is it's multicolored, but it's sort of repetitive, right? So this one is going to be the hardest to divide into. I'm going to divide it into. I'm thinking about this one because I can divide it stripwise. And then that would be one time. And get 4 strips, but the weight wouldn't be as exact, right? So this one's going to be the hardest. The others are just a matter of weighing it out. So first of all, I'm going to just weigh everything and write down what I have, weight-wise. Then I'll know what I have to work with, right? So this is... Let me get my scale ready here. I seem to think... It's hard to tell. I'm going to do the 2 braids first. This is called hydrangea. Well, turn your scale on there. Should be, yeah. See, all of these are supposed to be around 1 ounce, which I knew that was what the exchange was for. So, I am just confirming that. Better over than under. Boy, she had a very exact scale. I have a feeling I'm going to have to do these in 2 different. That's 0.56. Yep. All right. I don't even have to write this down, except I'm going to write down the colors. What's this called? Cafe Outlet. All right, so I consider this gray my base color. If I want to divide 1 ounce by 4, I obviously have 0.25. Have to divide one of these in half. Hi, Robo Babe. Happy New Year. You're alive and well, I hope. Long time no see. All right, let's hope this makes 0.25. A little under. Let's make 0.25. Okay, I'm gonna do my last one as my. Now, how am I gonna figure out? I'm gonna put this one in next. I'm just gonna fluff on this for a little bit. See what I can do. Sometimes you're alive. Starting up classes to become a nurse tomorrow. Oh, good luck, good luck, good luck. Have you had like science classes, background? Or are you starting from scratch? Ah, this opens up nice. Look there. That's what I need to do. All right. You are not doing anything illegal. You are being properly creative and practical. Most of the credits I have unfortunately didn't come back. Okay. But I studied for, biomedical engineering. One of my friends' youngest daughter got that degree. Hasn't worked, unfortunately. It's just, it's so frustrating. I mean, she's working, but she's not working with her in her degree. She's working in early child care, which she likes, but that's not where the degree was. By the way, let me tell you what these fibers are. Didn't really. This gray is a Romney and alpaca that Tuna Basil blended and made into her little roving balls. This here is Mill Prep Blue Face Leicester comb top that she dyed. Tuna Basil dyed. Yeah, really, really green. It is. It is a gray. Sorry about that. You need to work on your new commission blanket. The orange cable blanket I made went to its owner. Good. And apparently the dog fell in love and now he needs one too. Oh, is it going to be orange? It looks very forest green. I have no adjustments on here. I would have to go into my computer, and so just take my word for it. It's bad lighting there. It's gray. That's not the best camera either. His favorite color is red, so it's going to be like fire engine red. Awesome. All right, let's see if we can figure out if we can get 0.25 here. So, this is really eyeballing it. After I pull one, I'll have an idea of whether I'm on the right track or not here. Won't weigh it unless it's turned on. Too much. All right, let me do all of these and see what we got here. Right on. That one's right on. This one's probably going to be under. Yeah, way under. That one's right on. All right, so it's rob this one and give it to that one. Perfect. Okay. So this has to be divided in fours anyway, or let's see here. I have 4 colors. It's one, I have to do these 4 times. So this is 1. This is 2. See, I'm already confused. All right. First single is one repeat of the color. Second single is two repeats. It's not an exact science, but I am, for those of you who have just walked in, putting together the sequence of what I spin for the singles for a fractal spin cabled yarn. And there are 4 colors, so this is the first half basically. This one is 3. And I don't have to strip it long ways, I just have to kind of equally so each, as you go through each one, whoops, I need to pull that apart, becomes less and less length of that color, right? I wonder if I should. Let me see what happens if I divide this in thirds. See what happens to the colors. No. I'm going to strip it down. Why do you always end up pulling out of the middle? Good grief. All right. One more. And then I gotta figure a way to set that. Alright, 4 repeats of color. Each color. First one's going to be just a little big. So I think instead of messing with the other colors, the other 2 colors, which will be the same process, only 2 different colors, they are going to be the second set of singles that I spin. This is going to be the first. I have to spin this Z left. I'll spin these 2 on one bobbin and these 2 on another bobbin, both Z. And then they get plied. And that's the first 2 ply for your 4-ply cable. Boy, I don't know if I can even do this in 4/4. I'm going to go half and half. Best I can do. I don't think I can do this one half. I should try to do this one in thirds instead of half. No, wait, I need 3 more. yellow go? Yellow just completely disappeared on that one. I had yellow on the end. Okay. We're going to put spin this together. Whoops. Wow. That's just like confusing. All right, we'll start with the easy. All of this first, all of this next on one bobbin, spinning Z. No, wait. I have to add the other colors. Oh, okay, technically, okay, I'm thinking out loud here. Technically, all 4 colors should go. That's right. Yep, that's right. All right. I need... to figure out what to do here with this fiber. Unfortunately, my Advent box would be just ideal, but it's not. In fact, nothing's going to work except laying it on the bed. Or maybe I'll be able to, obviously I'll be able to remember the sequence if I write it down. So I'll just have to put it back together again. So I'll work on these so that you can see them. These are the next 2 colors. Such a nice ball. This is Border Leicester ? Processed from raw hand comb top, and it's walnut dyed by Tuna Basil. Nice top, gorgeous top. But it's all incorporated in itself here without an end. There's the end. Okay, Tuna Basil, if you're watching, not quite so vigorous on your wrapping here of top. It's stick it to itself. Here we go. Really? That's 0.25. Gosh, that's a lot of fiber. There's gonna be a lot of color on that. Okay. So this one gets spun like that. This one gets divided in two. What a mess. Okay. Maybe I'd be better to divide this one in two. I don't know. Two pieces anyway. Are you with me so far? You guys with me? This is the last color. This is Blueface Luster, I think. Yeah, mill process Blueface Luster, dyed by Tuna Basil, same as the green, same base. Now, I may try this with one or the other, and I'm not going to say because I don't remember for sure who it is, but there's lots of solid colors as opposed to too solid, too variegated. I was thinking that maybe 4 solid colors might be fun to do, and one of them will be my own white merino top. I'm going to divide that one yet one more time. Okay. There's the color progression. Let's see. I need to divide this one in half. Okay. I'm ready to spin. Hallelujah. 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 I'm going to write down this color progression because I won't forget if I don't. Okay. The progression is hydrangea, which is green. Cafe a lot, which is tan, and orange. Orange pink. I'll spin it on the Roberta. And I'm going to turn this around so I actually start the right way. Grab it wrong. Whew. That was a lot of work. I'm tuckered out. So there's no thought to or needed for, might need to plug it in, Cindy, for colors coming together. That's not in the consideration. Don't care. Too much pulling. Easy, easy, easy. I really will grab the wrong thing if I don't put it right in front of my hand here. Feels like shelling. I forget what it is. I forget what I said it was. Romney. Oh, of course. It feels like Romney too. But it supposedly has alpaca in it also. Definitely a Romney. It's fuzzy, 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 fuzzy. Very fuzzy. Alright. Too fast. Let's go as thin as I can here with this. Since I have 4-ply, I'm not really aiming for lace weight or sock weight. A nice sport weight would be good. I have no idea what I'll do with this, but this is soft. I mean, it's fuzzy, but it's smooth like a lawn wool, which when I looked at a Romney at SAF, I mean, I wanted to buy it. The locks were amazing. And it was this color. But I decided not to. Evidently she used a gray alpaca also. I can see just a little bit of unfuzzy fiber, which would be the alpaca. I'm spinning the wrong way. Oh, kafui, 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 kafui. I'm supposed to be spinning left. All right. Too bad. That's a waste. We're just going to have less fiber there. Sorry about that. Wasn't thinking. I got it now on left. And I need to what would happen if I'd undo this. Let's see. By Jove, it's working. Untangle. Let the twist out. Let the twist out. Twist in. Twist out. Twist in. Wax on, wax off. It works. Further along I go, the twist is really coming out. Further on down. Ooh, that's going to fall apart. May not be real strong. There you go. Yep, that's what I said. It just all of a sudden fell apart. Okay. Let me see if I can find the end. Let me pull this all the way out. Ah, see, it's not very strong at all. It's falling all apart. All right, let me see if I can add more twist here to it. Without it becoming too snarly. That, kids, is called a save. I know. Whew. I don't know if I can use this. I think I'll save this little bit as an example of the yarn. I think I've done my fair share of saving there. Okay. So this is going to take me a number of streams to finish. I don't know if I'll spin any off stream, but I definitely will do the plying on stream. Considering that each bobbin is 1 ounce, it shouldn't take too long. Sure, I'll have it down on the floor. In fact, probably Wednesday morning, I will ply these. I'll make sure I get both of these bobbins spun, and then they can sit, and I'll ply them Wednesday morning and start spinning the next set. I should get it done next week, I think. By Friday night. I have an appointment Wednesday. I gotta see when that is. I may change my time for Wednesday's stream. Or stream a different day. I don't know which. I'll figure it out and let you all know in the Discord. That wasn't a real big join. Oh, that went thin. Oh, that went thin. I think that might have been a lot of alpaca. This really wants to spin Woolen. It's fighting me to spin smooth. Or, compacted. It wants to be fluffy. So, when what first made me catch and think about fractal spinning cabled yarn was I was looking something else up and I saw a YouTube where somebody said fractal spun cabled yarn. And I thought, oh yeah, that's a cool thing. I ought to do that. Well, I went and watched the video yesterday and I wasn't impressed. I'm sorry. That's why I'm not going to link it. I know what a fractal means and all that, and she was actually doing the spinning and she didn't really explain it very well. So I don't think it would teach you how to spin a fractal yarn, and she did go over how to spin the cable, right? But at the beginning, all she said was she did all these colors in the progressions on her blending board, and I was like, okay, that's fine. That's a good way to do it, but that's less than helpful because you're not explaining about the division of the fibers. You're just showing that you're taking certain rologs that you made and putting them together. You're not really explaining why. So, it was interesting, but I thought, no, that might confuse somebody who has no idea what fractal spinning is. All right. That is my dark gray. No, it doesn't look it. Now let's pre-draft this, which is probably going to spin. This is Blueface Leicester. It's going to want to spin fine, and it's going to be a lot of it. Nice washing solution, whatever she washed it in, rinsed it in after. Smells good. She says she used food safe dyes, which that therefore means your Wiltons, which I've never used. I always use the acid dyes. I need to check something. I have never actually checked to see if she has a website. And that would be good. We know tuna basil from, I think, mostly Snoring Cats. She doesn't list. And with that name, yeah, I'm going to get all the pasta. Oh, nope. All right. Externally tunable fibers for tailored nonlinear light sources. There you go. I don't think that's her website. Oh, I see why, because I did not put the A in basil. Let's try that. Nope. Chicken of the sea. Tuna basil tunal. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't think she has. Or if she does, I can't give her a shout out. Maybe I'll ask her sometime on Snoring Cat. I have a feeling she just did this for the exchange. She did a very nice job. I am a happy camper. This is so much fun. Love being scientific. I love teaching. I love spinning fiber. And yeah, this is exactly what my daughter keeps yelling at me for giving away for free. She says I need to get on Patreon, and I understand the whole concept of it. I just believe it's too already overpopulated, right? Too many people already trying to make money. Boy, that really throws me off, having those hooks going the other way. Not used to that. Alright, here we go. How thin can we go? That's pretty good. That's a little thicker, but that's pretty good. Nice fiber. After I get done streaming, I have to make a pizza. I mentioned making it yesterday, and hubby's like, "Where's the pizza?" So I gotta make it. I don't make the dough from scratch. I'll buy that. The tube dough. The spinning wheel, it's subtle, but it makes a different sound when it's going the opposite direction. between now and Wednesday morning, I will try and find my other fractal cable spin yarn. I know I haven't used it. Oh, that's nice. It's got lots of little bits of color in there. Unfortunately, that would have been pretty nice as a mini skein also. Sorry about that. I am not trying to over twist this. The over twist comes when you ply. My brain is getting sidetracked. I really want to play with the camera and get better color on the camera. And don't get sidetracked. I'm not going to get sidetracked. Ooh, I got a lot to spin here. A nice thing about the cable is it's not like Andean or Navajo plying, chain plying. It's not like chain plying where you lose so much of your length. You do get the entire length, so looks like I'll have a decent, at least maybe 100 yards. I don't know. I suspect one bobbin will run out and I will have stuff left on all three others. They'll run out one at a time. I don't know whether I'll go on. Okay, that's going to happen when I do the 2-ply. I also could try swapping the 2 cameras. I don't know if that would work or not. I mean physically swap them, not on the software. Gonna take longer to spin than I thought, but that's alright. I'm loving the spin. I'm loving it. Fortunately, all of these are prepped such that spinning thin is a good thing. That would be something else to consider when you're selecting fiber for this style of yarn, because you're going to have 4. And yes, I've seen it where they took 6 colors, 3 were chain plied on one and 3 were chain plied on the other, but I don't know how they get it to lay the twist to lay right, because when you chain ply you're not really adding any twist at all. I've just seen it mentioned in passing. I've never tried it. Well, you could absolutely try it with 2 colors too. You don't have to have 6 colors at all. That's not the point. The 3 is the same color, whatever fiber you're using. So you would have the effects of the chain ply laid on top of itself. This fiber's a little sticky. This is the walnut dyed one. Stretch break. Especially my fingers. Oh, excuse me. So, I wasn't feeling real good last night and I went to bed at 8 o'clock. Not a good thing to do. Felt like a good thing at the time. I fell right asleep. So I was awake at 2:30. No surprise, that's my 6.5 hours I usually sleep. And I knew that was going to be a problem, and I knew I shouldn't do it, but oh man, I must have needed it. And if anybody watched my stream Friday, I was real low energy Friday. And it didn't get any better during the day yesterday. So I'm awake at 2:30 and I get up and the cat's like, "Oh, is it breakfast time?" Trot out to the kitchen, right, and I'm like, so I gave him some treats and crawl back in bed. Ned and fall asleep Finally decided to get up at 4. So he gets back up with me. Oh, is it breakfast time? I was like, no, it's too early. He had to be disappointed that time. So he went outside and did his own hunting. He was like, okay, you're not going to feed me. I'm just going to go get something. And he did. But anyway, quiet time, very quiet, nice time to read or, work on writing or whatever. So I enjoy those early mornings. But I get so tired of getting all settled under a blanket in my chair, and my coffee, I either have to drink it right away because it gets cold, or and I drink it right away, I got to get up again. And so we have a thermal pot. I brought it to my chair. I had my coffee pot, my coffee cup, a cookie, and I think I drank 2 cups of coffee that way before hubby finally woke up. And that would have been around 6. And he's like, huh, I see you're not sharing the coffee this morning. Yeah. I told him he was lucky there was any left. So I have to make myself stay up till at least 9:30, 10 o'clock tonight. I cannot fall into that habit of getting up that early. I hope the grays and the tans don't. I hope they provide a good background for the other colors and don't overwhelm them. I'm only going to get one bobbin done today, but that's alright. I spent an awful lot of time sorting that fiber out. So I will spin the second bobbin off stream so I can ply it Wednesday. Still got too thick. Just ended up with a whole bunch of fibers that were going to end at the same time. Why is it whenever I see orange and fiber, I think of orange sherbet? And why is it I never buy sherbet here? I only buy sherbet down in Florida. Must be a heat thing. I have an ice cream maker. I've never tried making sherbet. I have the recipes for it. I always just make vanilla because that's my favorite homemade ice cream. Hi, HG. Peach is your favorite. Ooh, that's a good one, too. I want to show you guys. Okay, see my snowman over there by my little creature? Watch. Oh, no, I can't do it. Never mind. I thought I could do it on stream, but I can't do it on stream. Anyway, he's really the tip jar, and the things fall on his head. The only thing I can test on stream is the thing that pops up when somebody follows. But that doesn't really affect the tip jar. Anyway, it made me giggle. And it's appropriate for right now. Although our snow's gone, but I think we'll have more. Almost done here. I won't obviously get to the next bobbin on stream. I will take a look on Twitch and see if there's anybody we want to raid. What a fun spin. All of these fibers are lovely. They just have been so nice to spin. And there's 4 more from her too that are hand combed top. They look gorgeous. They look like they're going to be amazing also to spin. Maybe I'll do a meditation stream where there's no chat when I do this next bobbin. If I do it tomorrow morning or sometime tomorrow, I'll try and do that. You can see it, but I'll make it a meditation one, which don't ask me. It's not distracting to chat. It's more that I am directing everybody's focus onto the spinning itself, in case they do want to get that experience of that, Zen part of the spinning. All right, let me see. Who's on? Let me see who's on streaming right now. Anybody have any suggestions? Let me know. I'm going to turn the music off and open Twitch up. I don't have it open already, do I? No. Not really anything. Anybody have any recommendations? Everybody's playing Smite. It must be okay, it says it's World Finals. Good grief. I don't know that game. I am going to bring up Toasty Treat, not somebody I follow yet.
I will come up with something.
I think that's who we're going to raid, if that's all right with everybody. She is doing stationery and looks like stickers and all sorts of paper kind of stuff, so let's go see what she's up to.
So we'll decorate for yesterday. I won't do the actual writing, but we'll decorate and then we will move on.
Is there an S on the end of her name? No,
We'll swatch
just one tree.
the
Okay.
paints that I got. Sorry, y'all. My nose keeps running.
All right, guys, I'll be back on Wednesday
So
morning.
We'll swatch
and
the paints that I got yesterday.
she's
and
talking,
we'll do some
so let's go visit her.
You
Everybody,
can draw a finger across the countertop.
channel's intended for mature audience,
and everything.
and it has subscriber, follower,
I
chat
love that
only.
feeling
So
when like
you may not be able to say hello
everything's all like
until
nice
you
and
follow.
clean.
And
like,
take care, everybody. Been good talking to you, Robo Babe. Glad you stopped by.
I
Good
don't
to see
like
you.
it how
Good
it,
luck with your
like,
school tomorrow.
sometimes if you haven't,
And
like,
Kay,
cleaned it in a
as
while,
always,
you've been
thank
cleaning
you.
a lot.
And HD
Like done like
Tomato
a
and
really
everybody
deep
else.
clean and
So
you've been cooking a lot.
take
And
care.
it has that kind of like greasy texture.